Hey guys, it's Monday night. You know what time it is. I'm having problems with the computer here for a second, but give me a... There it goes.
There we go.
I got it fixed.
There it is.
Hey, look at that. You know what time it is. It's Monday night, and we're hiding in the basement from the wife and kids.
I'm hiding pretty well. I'm really far from my wife and kids.
Yes, which is fantastic. Let me bring up these comments here. Right? Here we go. We already got a thank you very much from Richard Brown. Thank you.
What's up, Richard?
What's happening, Richard Brown?
Did you fire any NFL coaches today?
I know. Everybody's seat is toasty every week. And there's like 8 coaches that have toasty seats. And it's all due to Richard Brown.
Yeah.
So
Richard has fired Gruden.
Yes. He's
maybe 2 Grudens. I don't know.
Well, he finally got the is it the defensive coordinator from Tampa Bay?
Yeah. You got him. You have a body count now, Richard.
Done. Right? Done. His seat was toasty, and now he's gone.
There he is.
So, but good work, Richard. That's all I got to say. Guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to have some fun tonight. We are talking top 5 horror movies.
Yeah, it's fall. It's October.
It is.
It's October already.
Look at my shirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got my Frankenstein shirt.
Didn't we just do the St. Patrick's Day?
We did.
Jimmy was right over here.
Oh, man, time flies.
Yeah.
You're getting old, I guess.
Now we're talking about fall and Halloween and scary movies and cheers, man, to getting old fast.
I know it. So you know who I haven't... Hey, there's Tony Laporta. What's happening, Tony? I see your Patriots had a good game last night.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
I could have kept Hill out of the end zone a couple times for me.
Oh,
Lost
really?
my first fantasy game of the year.
Come on, Laporto. You need to talk to your boys. And how about those guys up there in New England throwing beer? Oh, guys.
That sucked.
Right? Come on now.
Not cool.
That's only allowed to happen in Philly.
First of all, it's a waste of beer.
Yeah.
It's probably just Bud Light, which really isn't that much of a loss. But still, you're wasting quality or just alcohol.
You know, they arrested that guy.
Did they?
Yeah.
Good.
They charged him. They charged him with assault with a deadly beer. It was probably Miller Lite. Just saying.
Good. He deserved to be. No, did they have a? They don't have a jail in there. They don't have a judge
not like
in there.
Philly. Not like Philly. No, but you know, maybe they need one.
Maybe
they need one. I see people are commenting. Hey guys, what's going on? Let us know you're out there. Tony, thank you, and Charlie Bunce, are you on, man? I see my mom's on. Hey mom, I see you're on the comment on the horror films. So
Dan Walker, what's up, brother?
A Philly fan at Gillette. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It was a guy wearing a Patriots jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's from Boston. Don't lie. There's Boston people throwing stuff at people.
Hey, well, I tried to get into it too quick. I didn't even ramp into the accent. I couldn't do it.
You know what I forgot?
What?
I forgot to put our cool new lights on.
Oh,
I'm gonna do that real quick. You keep talking, Dan. I
want
to get our lights.
So yeah,
I paid money for these.
Oh, those lights. I'm sorry. I
Yes.
thought you had them on.
No. I paid money for these cool lights. I don't need to have them on. Look at that. Woo!
We fired our intern, so they weren't here to
put the lights on.
Look
at that one. I love that one because it lights up the alien head. Check it out. Right? And then I go over here.
Cool.
And this one back here lights up Satan's face. And, highlights Ron Burgundy. Battle ready Ron Burgundy. Look at that.
That is cool.
That is cool, right? So I'm not going to, I paid for them. So I want to put them on.
Yeah, Dan said dilly dilly. Yeah, absolutely dilly dilly. Dilly dilly straight to the pit of misery. Guy went to jail.
Is it an autumnal mead?
Cancel the mead.
So Dan, you know who I don't see on tonight making comments? My sister. She's big into these horror films, and I don't see her commenting.
She is, and she's like 33% of our audience too. So if she's not on, we're hurting.
She's one of our 3 main people.
Yeah.
So what
she must be at the Cow Palace answering trivia.
The Cow Palace?
Isn't that what it's called?
No, it's Rax. It's called Rax.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not a strip club. So don't you guys have dirty minds at home. It's not a strip club. Rax is.
It should be.
It's
absolutely
a pool
should be.
hall. It's not a strip club. So get out of the gutter, people in Maryland.
So maybe she'll sign on a little later.
Maybe she will. Oh, you know what? I think we can get her on right now. What do you think?
Sure.
All right, guys, we got a special mystery guest. Yeah, we're not gonna Skype her in. We're just gonna snap our fingers, and pooh, she's gonna be in. My sister, all the way from Jersey. Look, we got her name right down in the corner already for her. Betty from Jersey.
Wait, I'm not in the shot.
You will. That's not it. right? That's the delay. That's what you're seeing on Facebook.
You look over here and you'll see.
You'll see exactly.
You got a little room to go that way.
Right? Now look,
there you go, right there.
There you go. See, there you are.
I got a present
and there
for you.
you are. Right?
You got a present for me? This isn't a present for me.
You.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Dan, you sure you don't want one?
I'm sure I don't want one.
Philadelphia Eagles shot glasses, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from South Jersey. Look at that. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it.
They make a great drink receptacle, and they're good for throwing at Santa.
Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to bust these out. Hey, Dan, you can fill me up on the next one.
Oh.
The next Appletinis we go to, you can give me a shot.
Really want to try one of these.
You've been.
You've never had an Appletinis?
I've never had one.
Oh, go ahead. Taste it. Let us know. Let us know what you think.
Nice.
Ah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, here. Cheers, everybody, to the Philadelphia Eagles shot glass. I was like, their face was cracking me up. Hey, what are you talking about, man? Your Redskins won this weekend.
Yeah, they did. Barely.
Wow, they're strong, but it.
Your mom said, OMG. Look.
OMG.
Tony says hi, Betty. Victor Coco
is
Appletinis with Betty.
That's right. Victor Coco. I went to high school with Victor. He's from he's from the South Jersey area.
He's from the hood.
The dirty Jers.
The dirty Jers.
Yeah,
pretty much. So, did you see Dan? Have you been here yet for my favorite new thing we got?
I've seen it. No, I think it was here too when we were yelling about beers and Kavanaugh. I think that he was here.
Bobblehead Elvis.
Bobblehead Elvis.
I love Bobblehead Elvis. There you go. Just tap him on his head. I went online to try and find a bobblehead Tom Selleck. You ready? You know how much? Just take a wild guess how much.
I'm going to say 110.
I wish.
Oh.
I would have bought it.
No, they're what? They're not even that popular. They're probably about like $500.
$225 for a Tom Selleck Magnum PI bobblehead doll.
No.
If anybody out there wants to buy me one and send it as a gift, feel free.
How much to the J Martinez Magnum PI bobbleheads go for?
Oh, shut up. Don't even bring that up. Don't ever mention that guy's name and Magnum PI in the same sentence around me ever again.
I'm not even into Magnum PI, and that's a travesty.
It is a travesty.
Seriously.
Well, that's your paper. I got my
It's
paper.
Travis Shamockery.
It is a Travis Shamockery. So, speaking of things to chap my ass, like the guy who's playing Magnum now, let me get into this right here. We'll get right into our favorite segment here on the show. Here we go.
What chaps your ass?
Love that.
So I know, I love that too.
What chaps your ass?
I'll tell you. You want me to start?
Go for it.
All right, I'm going to tell you. Betty, you got one?
You got a thing going.
All right, Betty's got one. She's like, I got one. So, this week, ladies and gentlemen, I had to schedule an umpire for our youth baseball game on a Friday night. So, on Monday, I send an email to the guy who coordinates all that. He runs the whole show. So, I send it to him, right? And guess what? No response. I'm like, the other coach is asking me, we still got a game on Friday night. What's going on? So, and parents are asking, are we going to play on Friday night? So I said, okay, I let it go for a day. I didn't say anything. Next day, same time. Send an email. Hey, can we have umpires on Friday night? No response again. Whole nother day. Now it's Wednesday. Now I'm getting a little panicky. I'm like, what am I going to do? I need to know. I got to let the other coach know so he can let his parents know they're traveling an hour to get here. What am I going to do? So I text the guy because his number's on the site. It says, my cell. So I text him. I said, hey, I just want to know if we're going to have umpires on Friday night because I got a game. I got to let the other coach know it's a done deal. So, about 10 minutes goes by and I get a text back. Yep, it's all taken care of. So I send a text back. Thanks. Right? Then I get another text right behind it. I don't sit by my computer all day long. I have a life. I was like, I'm about ready to just go off on this. I was like, is that not your job? Is that not what you do for the county? Is that not why you...
You had the dad veins.
Oh my God. You want to talk about being pissed off? I was... But... And I never really was friendly with umpires ever in my life. Let's get that straight right now. I was thrown out of many a game. As a matter of fact, I almost murdered one. at one time.
Nice.
Which, you know, that didn't go well. It didn't bode well for me, but I'll tell that story another day. But this guy, you know, I had to just step back and go, all right, don't say anything, don't do anything, because I don't want our baseball organization having problems with the guy who schedules all the umpires.
Right.
Right? Then all of a sudden, we're not getting any calls. We're not getting umpires to show up to games.
Oh, that happens in hockey all the time.
Yeah. So I didn't say anything, but man, was I the level I was like, up to here. I was to murder that guy. But turns out, I send a message to my commissioner and I say, hey, you know, this is what happened with the umpire, the guy who runs that. And he's like, yeah, he's a bit of an a-hole. And I said, yeah, he's a big effing a-hole. I said back. And I just told him, I said, yeah, I didn't say anything, so it's all right. I was just living. It was crazy.
Just going to hit him with a fungo next time.
If only. If only I was allowed. But that chapped my ass this week. All right, I'm done.
So Paul Burry says Eagles fans chap his ass. So,
Eagles
yeah.
fans. Okay.
I'm on board. And
All
Dan
right.
Walker said we need a McConaughey bobblehead.
All right. There is one at the place where I bought the Elvis one, so I can get one.
Do they have the, does it speak? Does it say all right, all right, all right?
No.
It should.
It should.
It should, man.
It should.
If you're
Right.
going to make a Matthew McConaughey bobblehead, it should say all right, all right.
What do you have?
Anna Nicole Smith bobblehead.
Wow.
It's basically,
Booblehead.
Yeah, pretty much.
it's basically
It's
a
a
Marilyn.
bobblehead.
It's basically a Marilyn Monroe bobblehead that they just made bigger.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a booblehead.
And it's got a dog, Precious, too.
Ah.
All right. So, Dan, what chaps your ass, man?
What chaps my ass, and this could be. It'd be a whole lot cooler if it did. That's right, Paul. If the McConaughey bobblehead, it'd be a whole lot cooler.
It would.
This could be my who gives a crap, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it chapping my ass. Kanye West opening his damn mouth about mental illness in the president's in the guy sitting in the president's offices.
Should he ever open his mouth?
No,
Never. I didn't like him before, and now this is just a step in the wrong direction. Big step in the wrong direction. He should never open his mouth.
So he's
Forever.
talking about ADHD and ADD and just saying the kids are just bored. No, it's actually a chemical imbalance. It's actually a medically classified mental illness. So, you know, yeah. So
White House group hug.
that chaps my ass.
But
Victor
who is
Coco.
he? I mean, he's not a doctor. He's not a psychiatrist.
He's an
No,
idiot.
he's a
He'll
nut
know
bar.
shit.
He's an idiot who can rhyme.
Yeah, he's got a
Rhyme
lot of
what?
money, and he's got a place to open his mouth and run it.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what you do? Turn him off.
Who knows? Next week he's probably
Bye.
going to be a Supreme Court justice or
Bye, Felicia.
ambassador to the UN or something.
MAGA chaps.
MAGA
it is.
chaps. Oh my God, yes.
All right. Is that it for that
That's
one?
it. That's it. That's all I got. It's
What about
quick and
you?
Easy.
Just Walmart in general.
Walmart. Why
Valid,
is Walmart
valid.
chap your ass?
Because they put the oldest, slowest dude in the busiest place in Walmart, the pharmacy. And he will take forever.
Is this every Walmart or just like your Walmart?
There's the one in Berlin.
All right.
Yeah, and I can't stand going there.
I
Can't
thought
stand
everybody
it.
in Berlin was a little slow. So
Yeah, well, the
Just
guy
saying.
at the Walmart pharmacy is too slow. Why he works there, I don't know. Why he's not a greeter, it's beyond me. He should be a greeter.
There you go.
all right. So
So we've chapped asses.
Walmart, Kanye,
Kanye.
and freaking umpire scheduling guys.
Umpire assholes.
Freaking umpires suck.
Paul says Walmart suck in Colorado too.
Yep. They pretty much suck everywhere.
Are you up?
I'm up.
Are you up?
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm up.
Okay.
All right, I'm good. I'm good. All right, so moving on. Now, let's get right into what we came here for. Oh, I got a joke.
Uh-oh.
First, all right, so tonight we're talking about horror movies, right? What your favorite horror movie is, right? Top 5 of all time. We're going to vote. Everybody's going to vote. But here's my joke. What's Brett Kavanaugh's favorite horror movie?
Oh, God. Go for it.
Ready? Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Oh.
Damn!
Damn.
Yeah! I knew you would like that one.
It's a McConaughey.
It's a McConaughey.
And a Jennifer Garner.
You loved that, didn't you?
I did.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. Boom! That's his favorite horror movie.
Richard says Sears going out of business. Chaps his ass. That is sad.
Yeah, that is
I worked
sad.
at Sears in high school.
Yeah, I get some good stuff. I do. It's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. That is one of my favorite movies, but it's not in my top 5 horror movies because it's not really.
It's not a horror.
It's a Mel Brooks comedy. Damn it. So, but yes, that is one of my top comedies of all time. Young Frankenstein. But it's not on my horror list. So let's get right into our top 5 horror movies, Dan. So, guys, we would love it if you commented and let us know what your...
Can you grab that pad of paper over there?
What your top 5...
Sure. Thank you.
Right? What your top 5 horror movies are.
Or 3. You know, it doesn't have to be 5, but we'll tally yours in with ours, and at the end of it, we'll do a top 5, an Appletinis official top 5 horror movies.
Horror movies. So we're going to tally it up. So throw them out there. And they can be obscure horror movies, too. It doesn't have to be something that's been recent. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of...
Your mom just called us a bunch of grumps, man.
Well, we are. She's a grump.
We're old.
She's a grump.
I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning.
All right, so let's get right into the top 5. You want me to start with my list?
Yes, so I can start writing.
All right, so I'm going to go with my list, and I'm going to start right out of the gate. Here we go, top 5 horror movies. So this scared the living daylights out of me when I was a kid. My grandmother, she used to make us stay up late, me and Betty, and watch horror movies with her. Yeah. And this one scared me so bad, I didn't sleep for like a month. And I still have nightmares about this little doll to this day. The Karen Black trilogy, terror trilogy, and boom, there's the doll. There's its face. You want to talk about scaring the crap out of me? Oh my God, that doll scared the crap out of me.
No, her at the end.
Yeah, and then her at the end because she
when
became...
she was squatting.
Yeah.
With that knife.
Man.
No.
You want to talk about... Ooh!
And the teeth.
That movie. So the Karen Black trilogy of terror is my number 5. All right. My number 4. I'm going right into it. Here we go. Let me find my picture here. What did I do with it? I got a picture. I guess I don't have a picture. I thought I did.
You didn't get one?
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Got it. Nightmare on Elm Street. Again,
absolutely.
Another one that I didn't want to go to sleep. I was just like terrified to sleep. Anything that changes your life after you watch it, like boom, not doing it. So that brings up a good point though, right? So Halloween Ranch.
Jamie Nash. There he is.
Halloween. There he is. Halloween Ranch. He was just waiting in the wings, and he's just like, all right, here we go. Halloween Ranch. All right, fine. So here's the thing. Here's another gauge too. Right now, is Jaws a horror movie?
Yeah,
technically.
There's a big bad monster.
It changed the way I go when I go swimming. Yeah. Always looking for sharks to this day. Right. But it's not on my top 5 horror list because it would be on my top 5 movies of all time list.
Yeah,
so,
mine too.
Like the Hitcher.
Yeah,
was it with Rutger Hauer?
Mm-hmm.
That's a horror movie, but it's not on my Halloween horror list.
Yeah. So I have Karen Black's trilogy of terror, Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 3, and this is going to be on a lot of people's lists. The Exorcist. That bitch was crazy. I'm just saying, she was nuts. She was doing things that, oh my God, freaked me out when I was a kid. I'm watching it. I'm watching that movie with my grandmother going, why is she doing that?
Jamie said Caddyshack made him afraid to swim.
Yeah, with Baby Ruth bars. So, but yeah, so Exorcist is number 3 on my list. Carrie, what a good one. That is a good one, Tony Laporto. You getting these, Dan, as they come in?
Yeah, I've got them.
All right, cool. And number 2. And I watched it today, actually, and it reminded me. Poltergeist.
Yeah, man.
Woo! Stay away from the light. Carol Ann. I'm sorry. Carol Ann. Oh, my God. And the old lady, the creepy old lady, she scared me, too.
This house is clean.
Yeah. Oh.
She was coming.
And Craig T. Nelson, why did you buy that house?
Zelda Rubinstein.
And they use real
face melting in the... Oh, dude.
And they use real skeletons when they shot that. That's creepy. That's creepy. Oh, my God. In his face, I saw that scene today.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I love there's a meme that goes around. It says, my kids keep bothering me for a pool, so tonight we're watching Poltergeist.
Yeah. Now, here's a movie that's not on everybody's list. It's a newer film, but I'll tell you why it's my number 1. It's called The Descent. Here's a still from it. It's called The Descent. And I'll tell you why that film scares the crap out of me, and it's my number one. I don't like closed, dark spaces.
Yeah.
I would never go spelunking. I would never go in a cave. Don't ever ask me. I have a dream of being buried alive. No, thank you.
Porta potties are like
no,
that.
They are like that.
They are.
But seriously, The Descent freaks me out when I watch it, and because everybody's in that tight, closed space all the time.
Yeah.
And and then there's jump scares as well. So that's my number one. Yeah, The Night Watchman, guys. We're gonna talk about that. Here we go. Let's talk about The Night Watchman, Dan.
So we decided, it was originally on my list, and then Ken and I talked about it before the show, and it's just sort of, obviously it means a lot to us, so it's going to be our favorite. So we're pulling it from our list. You guys can vote for it. It might end up on the ultimate list because you're part of the Jamie said the Vince Vaughn Psycho.
Yes.
Come on, man. But yeah, so The Night Watchman. That's just, that movie's gonna be on every list.
No, definitely the birds.
that we do.
Yeah. The birds gave me a fear of birds.
Yeah.
So you have these movies out there. They might be on your list, and it might be on your list. But you got the Friday the 13th. You got the Halloween. You've got the Nightmares. You've got the Hellraiser franchises. So these are all really good horror films, but they didn't scare me. Like, they didn't keep me up at night.
Right.
Like they just something that changed my life, made me stay up for weeks on end. Yeah, those movies are the ones that I'm talking about. And Psycho is a great film. The original is fantastic, and it's creepy and it's scary because he's a real guy. He didn't have special powers. He was just a crazy psycho that was murdering people.
So Richard has a great list. The Exorcist, Poltergeist, The Fly, which is a great one.
Love that movie. Jeff Goldblum version.
Pet Sematary, which the original was great, and I'm sure the new one, I bet you it's going to be very good.
I can't watch Pet Sematary.
You can't?
No, I can't.
Why?
And now that I think about it, it might jump on my list out of the blue. I can't watch Pet Sematary for this kid getting hit by the truck.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that scene. I can never. It just freaks me out.
And it's even, like, in the trailer for the new one, the truck is definitely, like...
prominent.
It has its own... It's got its sound to it. Yeah. And The Shining, which is... I didn't think about that one. I forget that that's a...
I think it's more of a head
psychological thriller.
Yeah.
But valid as a horror movie,
Absolutely.
too. If it's on your list. Tony said It Follows.
It Follows is a good one. I watched Hereditary today, which was good, but it doesn't make my top 5. I liked it. It had some stuff to think about, but it was more uncomfortable, and it shocked you in places. It scared you a little bit, but it wasn't really horror scary. So.
See, that's the thing. Unfortunately, Stephen King's books hit in the late 70s, early 80s, so a lot of the movies that were made, they're ones that we love, but they're not. If you go back and watch them, there's a lot of filmmaking flaws to them. They're not great movies from a technical standpoint. So I'm hoping some of these ones that they're now coming back, Pet Sematary, not The Dark Tower, clearly, because that kind of came and went real fast.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I think it opened in the second run theaters.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, I never really was into the slashers. Like Jason and Michael and those were around and I saw them, but I didn't have as much fun in them as I did with the ones that were like the ones that just kind of created this overall sense of unease, you know. So but I did love, I think, of the Nightmare. So this one made my list. When I took The Night Watchman off, I had to put one on. So Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. Because that was just like a massive event movie. You know, like MTV was in on it, and Will Smith had a song of Nightmare on My Street, and that one was fun. Sixth Sense.
All right, hold on. I got a picture for that one. Boom. There he is. Haley Joel Osment.
Sixth Sense was, man, that movie captured you were just uneasy the entire damn movie. You didn't know what was coming, where it was, that
a lot of people don't think of that as a horror film.
Yeah.
They don't. It is.
Yep.
Yep.
The Lost Boys.
Okay.
Lost Boys was...
got an image for that, too.
Yeah.
I didn't... You know what? I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I didn't think of it as a horror film, but it is.
Yeah.
It's a vampire movie with blood. Man. All kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, Eagles beating the Nightmare. I can't even say it. Eagles beating the Pats was a nightmare.
And we just got another. Jamie went in for Blair Witch. We got another Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, anything with Vincent Price? Sure, absolutely. My number 2 is Scream. What I loved about it was that they made a good horror movie, but they also took the horror genre and flipped it on its head. Like they were very self-aware about all the tropes and all the if you say I'll be right back, you're gonna die. If you go have sex, you're gonna die. You know, like so. And then my number 1, it was on your list. It was on Richard's list. Poltergeist, man, that movie freaked me the hell out. I had a tree that used to brush up against my window. And don't even, if you want to ask why everybody in their 30s and 40s is afraid of clowns, that's why. Yeah. That movie is why. Now, what did you think about the remake of it with Sam Rockwell?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I liked it. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Not as good as the original. I love the original. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it was good. It wasn't bad.
And I didn't appreciate Mary Beth Williams as a kid in The Jersey and nothing else as much as I do now rewatching it as an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Jamie, Jamie said the number 1 is a tie between The Human Centipede and Christmas Ranch.
Yeah, A Human Centipede is a gross out film. That's not a scary movie. It's just a gross out film.
Nasty.
So, I haven't seen Mandy yet.
Not like I watched it, but it was nasty.
But that's a good list, Dan Franco.
Thank you.
Night of the Living Dead, which is a classic, a horror classic. And by the way, made in the early 60s, and it had an African-American lead, which was, at the time, like groundbreaking.
Right.
Because, a lot of African-American actors weren't getting lead roles.
Yeah.
And George Romero was visionary enough to see that and put that guy in that role. So it was a fantastic movie. At the end, it holds up to this day. You can watch it.
Charlie Bunch said The Ring. That was, The Ring was a creepy.
So yeah, that's the thing, Charlie Bunce. In adulthood, after seeing all these movies as a kid and being scared my entire life, I'm pretty immune to. You can't shock me anymore. Almost like The Conjuring is like the scariest one that I've seen. I just saw The Nun not long ago. While it was entertaining, it really didn't scare me. Like I didn't see anything that I hadn't already seen.
What I hate are the ones that are using the just the paint by numbers tricks to make you jump. So the music starts to build. You're in the hallway. She's going to turn the corner. There's going to be a cat or something that's going to go, ha! Oh. And then
boom.
Death.
Yeah.
So, and the big jump shriek with the sound hit. And I hate that. I like when, I like the filmmaker to work harder for it.
Yeah. So, Jamie, you said Nosferatu. I actually watched that and fell asleep the other night watching it on Turner Classic Movies. So, it is a classic. Is it scary? It's kind of cool to watch, though. Because
silent?
Yeah. Nosferatu, for the time, it was, and Max Schreck as the vampire. Yeah. It was, and they had to, like, smuggle that film out of Germany so we could, because in Germany, they shut it down. They were like, nope, can't show it here. And they had already sent a copy here to the U.S., so we had a copy of it, and that's how, that's the one you kind of watch today.
Now, I don't know this one that Jamie's talking about, Magic with Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, wait, I think I've seen that.
I don't know that one, Jamie. Send us a link, man. Post a link for us so we can check it out. I'd like to see it.
I'll IMDb it.
It's got a...
Is it new?
A puppet in it. Not a puppet, like a ventriloquist.
The Dracula movie with Gary Oldman is very good, Richard Brown. Is it in my top 5 horror movies? No, but I really enjoyed it.
Does he have a puppet?
It's a puppet. Yeah.
That was scary.
That looks creepy.
I remember that.
I don't know if you can...
put it right here in front of Elvis's face.
In front of Elvis.
Yeah. Holy crap.
I knew that.
Yeah, can you see that? Let's see it. Hold on. Let me bring it from behind. Let me clear this
let me move my drink.
Boom. There it is. Yeah, there it is with the puppet. Look at that. Woo! Yes, that was scary,
that was scary.
Absolutely not.
That freaked me out.
No way.
Yeah. I bet you Michael Paradiso loves that movie.
Yeah. Well, that's like Dead Silent. Did you ever see that one? That was pretty creepy.
There's a ton of, like, The House That Screams. That's on Maria's list. And I don't remember ever seeing it. I bet you I did, but I don't remember it. So.
Richard Brown said Dracula with Gary Oldman. And, I still can't get past Keanu. He's that was a rough performance there, man.
Jamie Nash just brought up the Snowtown murders. Yes, Jamie, that was disturbing. Jamie and I saw that at the Toronto Film Festival a few years back when we went up for Lovely Molly.
Okay.
And we went and we were like, yeah, what can we see? We went and watched that. You want to talk about I was like, my face was just, whoa, disturbing, and based on a real story.
Wow.
Which in Australia.
Speaking of
I've seen that. I have seen that. Yeah.
Speaking of Lovely Molly, that's like a honorable mention for me. It's that if you haven't seen it, it's available out there. He's in it. I'm in it. Jamie wrote it, so we have volume. We're getting an echo.
I got it. It's all.
But yeah, check it out if you haven't seen that. That's a really good horror film too. Good one for October. So your list.
Yeah, let's go. What do you got?
Well, I was agreeing with you with Trilogy of Terror.
Okay, Karen Black. I'm telling you, folks, if you haven't seen it yet,
Jack Black's mom.
Yeah. Jack Black's mom, Karen Black. Yeah.
Ghost Story with Fred Astaire.
Oh yeah, Ghost Story with
John
Fred Astaire.
Houseman.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember that, watching that as a kid.
I think it's Don Amici. I'm not sure. But that was excellent. That was excellent. It creeped me out when that girl came out of that car. Ugh. Okay, Blair Witch.
There it is.
The original or the remake?
Charlie Bunch just threw in too.
The original, and it wasn't like anything like it just like psyched me out so bad. I watched it in the dark, and then everything went dark, and then I started hearing them noises in the woods. I was up turning the lights on. I'm like, no.
I will say this: every time I see Ed, I say I want my $8.50 back. No. Just kidding, Ed. Just kidding. I know you're not watching anyway, so it don't matter.
The original Night of the Living Dead. That was
Night of the Living Dead. George Romero.
Love that.
Yep.
Loved it. And of course, The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Yeah.
Head spinning around, pea soup all over the place.
Not so much. It was the voice.
Yeah.
The voices.
Well, how about the monster at the end? You know, the big demon-looking thing that came out. That was scary as hell. Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah. There's so many. I mean, The Omen. We didn't hit on The Omen.
Which I love that movie.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, that
was a great one.
Yeah.
You know,
based on a true story.
Yeah. Well, isn't that the same one that The Exorcist is based on?
No.
I thought that was the same story at the core.
No.
Okay.
I'm
wrong.
Emily Rose was based on a girl that her name was Annalise, and she lived in Germany. And she did die, and all this stuff happened, and people actually go to her grave as a pilgrimage because of all the suffering she went through from this exorcism.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you know, The Conjuring, Dan, was actually based on a true story about a farm in New England.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was owned by the Arnold family.
Okay.
That's right.
So just so you weren't
Just
aware.
so you know.
And between two Arnolds, that's not creepy at all.
Two witches, by the way. They were accused of being witches.
Yeah.
So we have witch blood in our blood. You might not make it.
We kind of do.
You might not make it, frankly.
So Tony threw out "Don't Breathe." That's the one from John Krasinski, right?
That's Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
Which, by the way, was fantastic, but not on my top 5. It was a great movie. I loved it. It was scary.
I haven't seen it yet. I think it's coming to, on demand Redbox now. Yep. So
I'm not going to spoil it.
I'll be checking it out here soon.
But it was very good.
Cool.
So his movie was great. Charlie Bunch was lucky enough to see Blair Witch on opening night, so the mystique was strong, and that was the key to that movie.
Oh yeah.
It was the marketing.
Yes.
The marketing, how they handled that was incredible. Nobody had done that up to that point.
It was the first viral campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, the best was like the articles in Rolling Stone I read about it, and I was like, "Oh, is this real?" And I was like, wanted to look it up so bad.
And everybody's tried to catch the same lightning in a bottle, and they really can't. The only one that really did was Paranormal Activity, I think, was able to catch that as well. So, and the remake they just did, Blair Witch Project, I didn't even see it.
Nope.
No.
That was crazy because they had it as something else. It was like the Woods or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle of, I don't know which festival they were in. I think it was Sundance or something like that. They just all of a sudden revealed that, oh, by the way, it's the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
So
why are they remaking everything? It drives me nuts.
Because
that's Hollywood's way.
They own the rights to it.
Yeah, they own the rights to it. And look, the movie that's out right now, Star is Born.
Yeah.
That's the 4th time it's been remade.
Yeah, I know.
So, the Thomas Crown Affair, the one with Pierce Brosnan, that's a remake. I love that movie.
I know.
So remakes can be good, but it's just, you know, to us, they remake movies that we knew when we were kids, and, you know, they were classic movies.
Well, and sometimes it's because the first time around, sound was crap or editing was crap, and they wanted to get another shot.
That great.
Yeah.
So, can I tell you how many times I've seen The Omen in the past week? The Omen.
Yeah.
Damien the Omen 2.
Yeah.
And The Final Conflict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like every day.
All right.
My grandmother does it. My grandmother, that's what she does. She sits on her couch, in her chair, it's like her throne, and she watches horror movies all day long, every day.
And the
my
same
sister
ones.
Just, boom, the same ones.
Over
She gets
and
on a
over.
kick. She likes to watch. You know, she loves Roadhouse too. Just saying.
Roadhouse.
It's a hell of a movie.
I know.
Now, speaking of A Star is Born and Roadhouse, I'm just going to throw it out there. Sam Elliott is an immortal. He's like the Highlander. He's going around chopping people's heads off and taking their energy because he hasn't aged since I was Jack's age.
No.
I saw him in, Roadhouse. Tombstone. You know,
The Hulk.
I'm trying to think how far back. He was in that movie Angel, that really bad movie about I think she was like a cop by day, hooker by night or something like that.
He's been around forever. Ghost Rider.
He was recently in, what is that show with Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda?
I know what you're talking about.
Frankie and Grace.
Yeah, he was
Or
in
Grace and
that.
Frankie,
He was in that
whatever it's called,
briefly,
on Netflix.
but he was in that.
That's a good show. It's
Yeah,
funny.
I like.
No, but he's looked the same for 40 years.
I think it's the mustache. Power of the mustache, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't noticed,
Yeah, you look a little naked over there.
I don't have it anymore.
Oh, Charlie Bunt's The Thing.
The Thing is a fantastic movie. Not the remake.
Kurt Russell one.
Yeah, the Kurt Russell one is fantastic. They did remake it not too long ago, The Thing.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to. So.
The movie that looks mental that's coming out is that World War II, what was it, Overlord?
Yeah!
That looks insane.
Crazy.
Speaking of Kurt Russell, his son's in that.
Yeah.
And if you catch it, you know exactly who I'm talking about because he looks just like young Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were doing a CGI thing for a while. Then I realized, so a couple years ago, back when the Capitals practiced over here in Piney Orchard, they would do the development camp. They'd bring in all their prospects from across the organization. He was a goalie.
Kurt Russell's
son was a goalie in the
nice.
Caps organization for a while.
Nice. Well, you know, Kurt Russell was a minor league baseball player.
I did not.
For the Angels. Yeah, for
Okay.
a while. So there's a good athletic gene in there.
All right.
So, yeah. Betty, what horror movies did you see in the drive-in theater in Atco, New Jersey? Did you ever see any horror movies at the drive-in back in Atco? I don't remember seeing any.
No, Aunt Chris used to take us in the car, and we mostly Disney.
Yeah, mostly because we were kids. We were.
The only thing that I seen that as an adult at the Atco Drive-In was Batman. Batman with Michael Keaton.
Yep, we jumped the fence for that one. I remember that. We used to take lawn chairs and boom boxes and jump the fence.
Charlie said, rumor has it that Overlord's connected to the Cloverfield universe.
Is it?
It's a J.J. Abrams.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, but...
And I don't see how that connects. But okay, because it's a World War II thing.
Yeah.
All right. It's a prequel. It's a prequel, ladies and gentlemen. It's a prequel.
All right, so we'll put our list together. If you have any more last-minute submissions, throw them out there. Otherwise, we'll throw our list together and give it to you at the end.
All right, so that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up the whole movie talk, the horror movies. We thank you for your comments that you put out there. Great picks all across the board. I thought, and you can't go wrong with any. I'm watching horror movies every day, all the way up through Halloween. Of course, our favorite is that film we never talk about, The Night Watchman over there. We love that film. Yeah, we've got awards and all kinds of stuff from The Night Watchman. But
available on Amazon right now.
Xfinity Stream Picks. You can get on Blu-ray on Amazon as well.
There you go.
If you want a Blu-ray copy, I'll sign it.
We will.
Just so you know,
just hit us up.
Just so you know, I was in it too.
She was.
She was. She did work on it.
She's wearing the pants now. They have blood on them. They legit
same
have
pants.
the
movie blood.
Jolly Rancher movie blood.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about what happened in the football world this week, people.
Oh, real quick, before we move on to football, I meant to say this. Sorry, you beat me to it. I was writing down Autopsy of Jane Doe. Diane
Yes,
threw one out
that
there.
is a good movie. Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
That was good.
One of the things with the Night Watchman is we've gone around to all these festivals, and there are, I didn't really know this until the Night Watchman. There's a whole bunch of just horror-specific festivals around the country. So if you like horror, go find them. Buried Alive is where we premiered. We were Best Feature at Buried Alive a couple years ago. They're going in about a month, sometime in mid-November, in Atlanta, in the Five Points, which is a really, really cool neighborhood. Some great horror films there. We screened with a short. So there's all these short films, which is really all these filmmakers getting their feet wet and making these horror films, and they're short and they're fantastic. So we screened with one there called Cookie, and it had a clown in it, and it was fantastic. It was a really funny, really scary. Had a couple great jumps that weren't cheap jumps in it.
No.
And then here in Annapolis, we screened with a short called The Babysitter Murders.
Which was an incredible movie.
Yeah.
I can't see them not making that into a feature film. Yeah. Somebody picking that up and making it into a feature.
And The Babysitter Murders was the original name of Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get a chance to see either of those, check them out. They're a couple of the ones that we crossed paths with a couple times on the Horror Fest circuit, and they fit really easily in with the Night Watchman. So Cookie and The Babysitter Murders.
Watch it. Anyway.
Football.
Yeah, let's get a little bit to this football. I don't want to go too full. You always considered Alien to be sci-fi, but it was very horror structured. Charlie Bunce, you are correct.
Yeah.
But I would consider it a sci-fi film as well.
Predator.
And Predator
Same.
too. Same sci-fi-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can consider it a horror film. So yeah, football this week. The Eagles beat the crap out of the Giants. Sorry, Johnny G.
He's not even here.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Couldn't even show up. He's like,
I actually watched that.
Move.
I'm not a football fan, but yeah.
So, we beat the crap out of the Giants, but everybody else in Division 1.
Yep. Redskins, barely. We, Richard and I were sweating it out there. Charlie. We were all talking on the Facebooks during the game, and it got tight. It got a little sketchy there toward the end.
But you won.
Yep.
Because Cam Newton stinks.
He does.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. So he can't make a good decision to save his life. I don't know what they were doing with those last two plays, but it made no sense to me.
The New Orleans Massacre.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
We're not talking about that.
Dwayne didn't even come here to bust my chops on that. I was sitting here watching Appletinis on my phone, watching the game. By the way, I feel like Reek coming back here after last week. Tore me up. I hate it when you have co-hosts, but you don't have co-hosts.
Yeah, but what was my reason? It wasn't a bad reason. It wasn't because, because it makes the show better when you're here, right? Because I got people to interact with and talk to. It makes the show better. So, actually, it was a compliment. It was an around the way compliment.
There you go.
But it was still a compliment.
Way around the way.
I'm just saying.
I was like, damn, Ken's pissed at me.
I wasn't. But anyway. So, Dallas won, which always sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that. And, the Patriots, they beat the Chiefs. The undefeated squad. What do you got? Still, the Rams are undefeated, right?
Rams are undefeated. Last one.
Yep. And that's the last team in the league. But the NFC East is going to be a battle to the end, I think. It's going to be a fun season.
I think the Giants are done.
Yeah.
They're all arguing over Eli and this and that. It's over.
There's too much going on.
Time to blow it up.
There's a fox in the hen house.
Yep.
And he's going to tear it to shreds. So it's a what do they call that? A dumpster fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dumpster fire. And Charlie, I don't know if the Cowboys look strong or if the Jaguars were just dog crap.
Yeah, I think Jags this year aren't very good.
Yeah.
They're not as good as they were last year. Not even close.
When they get Fournette back, when they have the ability to control the game and round out the clock, they'll be better. But
Betty doesn't know what to say right now. She's
Football.
Football.
Well, I did watch the game. I mean, I catch it when I'm at work. I mean, I go in and out of patients' rooms and they got it on the TV. I watch it, but I'm not sitting in front of it all night.
I gotta admit something. You know what just hit me the other day?
What's that?
How long's that Eagles movie been out with Mark Wahlberg?
Invincible. It's been out for about 5-6 years now.
Invincible.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Vince Papale.
Vince.
Yeah.
Invincible.
Invincible. You get it?
Did you
Never put two and two together. I was sitting there the other day. I was like,
that's a Redskin fan for you. Can't put two and two together. There it is.
No,
it took you that long?
Yep. I was like, That makes sense.
Because I'm just getting it right
It's
now.
really smart. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm playing it off like, oh yeah, I knew that.
He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's right.
That's really great.
All right. So, guys, let's tally them up. Did you tally them up?
I did.
You got them? All right. So, we're jumping back into the top 5 horror films. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right. What do we got? Our top 5.
All right. So we had votes external of our own.
Okay.
So we had to decide which one of these ones that got 2 votes we're going to keep in.
All right.
One of them's got to go.
Okay.
It's the trilogy, The Night Watchman, or The Living Dead.
All right. Which one's got to go?
Yeah.
Well, let's take The Night
one.
Watchman off the board because we all agree that that's one of the best movies ever made.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All
So
right.
The Night Watchman's going in a different category.
Yes.
It didn't not make the list. It just made a better list.
It transcended the list.
All right.
And
So
went to another level.
tied for 5th, Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, and Karen Black's Trilogy of Terror.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Love them both.
Tied for 3rd,
Mm-hmm.
Blair Witch
Okay.
and Poltergeist.
Very nice.
And number 1, 4 of you went with The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
That's our list. Exorcist, Poltergeist, Blair Witch, Trilogy of Terror, and Night of the Living Dead.
Sweet. That's a good list, folks. If you haven't seen any of those films, get out and see them. I saw Hereditary today. That's a pretty good one. If you haven't seen that one yet, you can rent that. And again, I'm just going to keep pitching this Night Watchman movie.
You should.
You can see that on Xfinity Stream Picks if it's part of your cable plan. So if you have Comcast Xfinity, boom, watch it.
And we're in
Okay?
there like Halloween top 10.
Yes.
I
we
bought
are.
I bought it for Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I play for her all the time.
it's out there, folks. And you know what? We've got our big Halloween show coming up in a couple weeks. Couple weeks, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have costumes on and everything. What are you going to be this year, man?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
Last year I was the kid from the kid with the fro from Stranger Things.
It's Bree's sister.
Oh.
Who's that? Somebody you
Does
know?
it say Lexi?
Yes. Lexi.
Charlie, I haven't seen it yet,
Casper.
Hey, Lex.
but everybody's talking about the Haunting of Hill House. I've heard it is amazing.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm in. I'm vested. It's good. It's getting scarier each episode. So, yeah. I'm going to watch the 3rd episode tonight after the show.
Right on.
And I heard episode 6 is like the best one. Johnny Alonso! What?
No way.
Johnny,
What
Paisan.
are you doing, Paisan? Where you been?
You worked
Why
with
weren't
William
you comment?
Friedkin when he shot Rules of Engagement.
Oh, that's right. He was a ball buster. Yeah, a lot of directors are. Like that Wayne Shipley guy. He's busting our balls the whole time. No. Again, Wayne's great. He didn't bust our balls.
Yeah, so Johnny
So
said Haunting of Hill House is badass.
Richard Brown says he'll either be Indiana Jones or Helmet Man. For who the hell is Helmet Man?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh.
Send me a picture or something there.
By the way,
Richard Brown.
Johnny, I loved the if you're friends with Johnny on Facebook, he just posted one of his GoPro acoustic jams out in the world. He did Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
Don't Look
it.
Back in
I
Anger.
saw that.
It's
I
nice,
saw
brother.
that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Johnny's also has 2 really good horror movies out that you can watch at Redbox. You can watch on streaming on demand. Coffin and Coffin 2. And they're making Coffin 3.
Uh-oh.
So it's insane. But Johnny Alonso, man, Coffin 2. You got to see him.
Is
They're great.
Coffin 3 about those fools at Six Flags America that sat in the coffins for 30 hours?
I don't know.
No.
No, I wanted to do that,
Don't
except
know.
it was in Missouri.
No, it was right here, Six Flags America.
Yeah,
Here?
not,
Right
not
around
far
the corner.
from here. Yeah, we got one right down
Well, I
the
know.
street.
I passed the sign coming back from
Yeah.
D.C. today.
You're welcome, Johnny Alonso, anytime, man. You know that. Just let us know when you're coming back on the show. You can come for the Halloween show.
Yeah, come for the Halloween show.
You can dress up. You can dress up as Ken Arnold as Night Watchman.
Yo, I got a question. Does this shirt make me look skinny?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes you look really skinny, Betty. The skeleton shirt. Love it. Love
Just
it.
checking.
Isn't it? They say black is slimming. This shirt makes me look like I'm huge. Makes me look like I'm a big Frankenstein face.
Well, that's another Jersey gift.
Para-abnormal activity is the scariest thing you've seen. I've seen
Nice.
that too. As a matter of
Oh my
fact,
God.
Joe Hansard is by far the scariest actor I've ever seen. He scared the crap out of me in that.
Oh my
So.
God, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And if you don't follow it already, we've got a web series out there. It's called Para Abnormal.
Yep.
Just go ahead and follow it. It might be worth checking out for no reason in particular.
Yeah, none. because there's
Still hilarious.
There might be episodes
coming.
I like the big.
We can't really say yet though.
There might be content that might hit the page. It might be like a this or something.
Soon enough, but be ready because Parabnormal lives. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, you want to wrap this thing up, man?
Yeah.
What else do we have on the?
We don't have anything. Who gives a crap? But who gives a crap?
Kanye.
Yeah,
Kanye.
Exactly.
I agree. Agree.
And the Royals are having a baby. You know, I thought
So
we fought a war to get away from those guys.
How many more can they have? Really?
Yeah. Didn't we have a war with those people? Like
we did.
200.
Couple of them.
Yeah. And didn't we like say that's enough? We don't want.
Yeah.
And now we're like
76. We said bye. See ya.
The War of 1812.
Diane said, "Watch out for What Death Leaves Behind" with Johnny Alonso.
Oh yeah.
Making on festival circuit.
Okay.
Remember that too.
We'll look out for that too. Thank you, Diane. So, and I will see you guys next time. Tom Selleck gonna be on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody send me a bobblehead doll. I ain't paying $200 for that thing. So if anybody out there wants to, feel free. Send it to me. I'll send you
I'll
my
tell
address.
Grandma to buy it for you.
Yeah, she'll buy it for me.
She will.
No, she needs to keep her money.
Look at Victor. Appletinis with Ken.
He knows it. He knows the song.
Do we ever flash over to YouTube? We never even checked the comments over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
damn.
That's where Victor's watching it. Victor's watching it on YouTube right now. Watch. I'm gonna jump over there. Bam. Johnny Alonso.
Oh, that's where Johnny is.
And Victor.
And Richard.
And Richard. Look at
Who
that.
else? Go back more. There might be other people.
Sweet.
I told a bunch of my friends to watch it over there, but
No,
I guess
just
not.
those three.
Yeah,
Nope.
they probably couldn't.
Just
figure
those
it
three
out.
guys. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Watch some scary movies.
It's only Monday. Yeah. Get out. Watch the best Tom Selleck horror movie.
The one with the creepy robots.
No. Love Letters.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that was
That's a
kind of
romantic comedy, yeah.
as much as like the robots that were. What was that one called? Little spider robots.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. An Innocent Man. That wasn't a horror movie though.
That was a TV movie, wasn't it?
No, but it was a good movie.
That Murray Abraham, where he goes to prison.
Yeah. Well, that was a TV movie.
I thought it was a TV movie.
Oh
was in
crap!
theaters.
One of the things that scared me was Salem's Lot, and that was a TV miniseries.
He was in Salem's Lot.
No, I'm talking about one of the things
that
that
was
scared. But it was a TV series, mini series.
Speaking of thrillers, like we talked about The Shining earlier, just a little shout out. My film that we talk about every now and then, The Recursion Theorem. It went out on Amazon Prime this week, so it's available if you have Prime. You can just call it up right now. Runaway. It was called Runaway.
Runaway, that's right.
You can call it up right now, and 22 minutes later, you can turn it off.
And leave a review.
And leave a review,
and
please.
rate it.
You did a great review, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know I left a great review.
Oh,
I think it's fantastic. What's that? Get on there and review it then.
I
and
will.
leave a review. Jeez.
I got to get back to my
Get with the program
art
already.
station.
Yo, welcome Victor Coco, South Jersey. We'll see you later.
Victor Coco.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here, man, because I gotta go watch some Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So watch the scary movies. Turner Classic Movies is playing all the old ones, and they're just running them on all different channels all throughout the month. And they're even like running like the kids like Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania.
That one's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The Hotel
all
Transylvania was a lot of fun.
there are 3 of them now.
Yeah, I
but
haven't
the
seen
first
the
2
third
were
one.
really cool. I
Yeah.
like them because my kids watch them. So we'll see you guys next week. We'll be right here drinking Appletinis. We'll have another top 5, so you can join in. Hope you enjoyed our top 5 horror films. We're out of here. Let me get our clothes on. Boom.
Get our clothes on.
Yeah.
Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah. Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah. Oh. Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah.